here with the lovely Ariana, who's agreed to be my model for today, my beautiful model. I'm going to put a little bit of, we're using her Gua Sha, and I'm just going to put a little bit of super greens. You need to put any oil on, but you just need to have oil, so you've got a little bit of, I'm just going to put a bit on her skin. I like to have a lot of oil because it's nice. So I just like tend to rub that in a little bit. And just, this is a treatment you can do at home, and it's very good for helping improve lymphatic drainage and movement. She's got a hoodie on today, so I'm not going to do that much of her neck, but if at home you could start off by doing the back of your neck. So you can go like this up the back of your neck, and you can do your neck as well. But I'm just going to concentrate a bit more on the face for the I'm going to also put a little bit of this oil on for extra sit. Yeah, you the Gua Sha with the face, you're not trying to do anything too strong. You're just trying to promote movement of lymph. You're not trying to leave any marks. You want to be, firm but gentle. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to start there. Sorry. I'm going to just start with. So it's always very good for your nervous system. You can just wiggle the Gua Sha a little bit, just nicely. I like to do the same number of strokes each time, and my favourite number is 13.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a very feminine number, because every year we have 13 moons. So yeah, once I've used that little notch on the chin, then I tend to flip it over and I go this way, gliding up, and then again wiggle it.
It's so good, actually.
I think it's always like this. It's always really nice when someone else is doing it to you.
Yes,
Just it's a bit like having your hair brushed or something. Like it feels amazing when someone else brushes your hair.
So much better.
Yeah, it's nothing. I'm gonna just come over on this side so we can get a better view. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I just love to. And just to say, this little breeze is Ariana doing her own. It's not me. But no.
Yes.
and then I always like to do. Then I flip it around, and I always like to do the curve bit here into the smile line. So you can just go like this, and I like to go right up into the hairline a little bit, and just rub it that way. And then you can also do, you can do from this point here, which is a little acupuncture point called B-tongue, you can just go all the way around the eye area. But again, you want to be just gently moving, not pressing too hard. It's just a relaxation. You're not supposed to feel any strain or pressure, you just want to have a nice gentle glide, and that's why you need the oil.
It's so relaxing. Really nice.
Oh, I've done 15, sorry. Okay, yeah, it helps if you can count. And then you can do it different ways, but see, I always love to just massage here a little bit, the fingers, but you can also use the Gua Sha and use it almost like an eraser, right? To just, if you've got any sort of fine lines, anyone I think over 30 has a few of them, I just tend to kind of use it a bit like an eraser, but you can then use it into the pressure point. This is bladder 2, it's a really good point. Then you can just use it on the forehead as well. And you can use it along the eyebrow, hitting all these pressure points, which is bladder 2, Yu Yao, Sanjiao 23, and Taiyang. You can then flip it over and use the smaller side. You can just gently use that little notch to go around the eye area. Again, gently, we don't want to tug, pull, pressure. So you can also use this notch here and you can go down the nose like that. I think the nose is probably the only place I would go down. You always want to be lifting. You can also just do the upper lip if that's an area that you want to smooth. And then you can do the forehead. I always like to go just a little bit, sort of half a cin into the hairline, because there's all these other acupressure points there. So you can use whichever edge you like. I quite like this edge. There's no real wrong with Gua Sha, you just need to do what's comfortable and feels good to you. And once you've got a routine, you can do it in front of the TV or just while you're relaxing, doing something else. You can almost go onto autopilot. And if you just tune into what your body needs or where you feel you need a little extra TLC, you can do that just by consciously just being aware of where you might be holding some tension in your face, some stress. You can just let go of it all. May I ask, Ariana, how old are you?
46.
Wow, she looks incredible. Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. This feels so good. Like that relaxes like the muscles of your face. You feel like less
Stressed. Yeah, like I find it so relaxing. If you can try and make time in your daily to do it like a little bit in the morning, like if you could just even do 10 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes in the evening. So good to do with some nice oil, some nice skincare, even, light a nice candle or something, or have a nice smell.
Definitely great with that, with the serum, the oil, the tropic.
Oh, yeah, no, fantastic.
The broccoli one is so good.
And here, it's a little bit red there, I'm so sorry, but I tend to go here out. You can also get a comb style Gua Sha, and you can comb into the hairline, which is...
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I've seen them.
You need to train your children to do this too.
Yeah.
You could even do it on them. Better if they do it on you.
Better if they learn to do it on you. It's like, because they are so delicate. My daughter is so delicate when she brushes my hair or she does my hair. When I brush her, I realize I'm not that delicate because there's always like a lump.
Okay, I'm just going to move the camera around to the other side.
So good. Oh my god, I feel like I've been here forever. What time is it?
Oh, let me check. I don't know. Sorry, it won't tell me. The clock won't tell me. But I think. Yeah, I better check.
It's really nice. So you do 13 strokes? Or 13 strokes?
That's just my random number.
Yeah.
Your magic number might be 7. Yeah. Or it might be 3, or it might be 5, or whatever number you choose that you like.
Yeah.
But I just picked that number to try and have some, so you don't, you do a sort of even amount.
Yeah.
I think as best you can, you want to try and do it with some kind of methodology so that you start at the bottom and you work your way up to the top.
Yeah.
And then it's just the consistency of trying doing it at the same pace. It's just more relaxing for our sympathetic nervous system to have that constant rhythm and flow. It just helps us relax more, I think, deeply.
Nice.
And you can be a lot firmer here on the jaw muscle because it's strong.
Yeah.
So it's very good for things like TMJ, anxiety. Some people hold a lot of stress in their face, in their jaw.
Yeah, or clench the teeth.
Exactly.
Sometimes people do it even in the night without realizing, right?
Absolutely. Some people wake up and they're like, I just feel really stressed, and they realise they've been clenching all night. And then you really know that you're not, That is not good. I'm not quite as good with my left hand, but I will try my best.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I also recommend, if you can, you put your Gua Sha in the freezer,
Yes.
and it keeps it extra cool, so it's very depuffing. But you know, at night you might just not want a really cold thing on your face. So I'm gonna do from here the beaton around the eye area. I think it also doesn't hurt to start, when you start off just doing it in the mirror. I think it's helpful just to sort of, just to begin with. But then when you're a pro, you probably don't need that.
Can you do it with two of them at the same time?
Oh yeah, it's so good. Definitely. Eating, completely carried away, sorry.
Super relaxing. Thank you. This was amazing.
You're welcome.
So good. Oh my goodness. I feel like I have a new face.
You look great. You look lovely.
Oh,
Thanks so much, Ariana.
thank you. Thank you. Justina, this was amazing.